What if I told you your car could fix itself without a mechanic, without money, and in under 5 minutes? It sounds impossible, but it isn't. This little-known reset trick has been used quietly by dealership techs for years. And the truth is, most drivers have no idea it exists. Stick around because I'll show you step-by-step how these resets work, why they matter, and the one method that can literally clear dashboard warnings and restore performance, all for free. Now let's clear something up. Resetting your car isn't just shutting it off and turning it back on. Modern vehicles are computers on wheels. Think of it like rebooting your phone when it freezes. Simple, powerful. We've all been there. Check engine light flicks on and your stomach drops. You imagine hundreds of dollars gone before you even reach the shop. Or your radio dies after a battery swap. Or the transmission starts jerking between gears. Most of the time the parts aren't broken, they're just systems asking for a reset. So before you hand your wallet to the shop, learn these resets. And the last one I'll show you? That one tip alone can save you over $500 in unnecessary repairs. Let's get into it. Method 1, battery disconnect reset. The oldest trick in the book is also the boldest. The battery disconnect reset. Here's how it works. Step 1, turn off the ignition and remove the key. Step 2, pop the hood and disconnect the negative battery terminal first, then the positive. Step 3, press the brake pedal for 30 seconds. That drains any leftover power from the system. Step 4, leave the battery disconnected for at least 15 minutes. Step 5, reconnect positive first, negative second. Now start the car and let it idle quietly for 5 minutes. What you've just done is a hard reset of the ECU, your car's brain. It clears out temporary data, recalibrates sensors, and forces the car to relearn idle, fuel trims, and throttle position. That means a check engine light triggered by a tiny sensor hiccup can vanish. Throttle response often improves. Fuel economy resets. Sometimes the car even feels new again. Of course, nothing comes free. You'll lose your clock settings, your radio presets, and in some vehicles you might need to re-enter a stereo security code, so write those down before you begin. But compared to a mechanic charging $150 just to clear ghost codes, this 5-minute trick can feel like magic. And here's the key. If the car still idles rough after a reset, the issue usually isn't the brain. It's the airflow. Clogged filters, dirty sensors, or vacuum leaks. But for most small glitches, this reset is the simplest way to bring your car back to life. Method 2, OBD2 scanner reset. If the battery disconnect is the hammer, then an OBD2 scanner is the scalpel. It doesn't reset everything blindly. Instead, it talks directly to your car's brain, the ECU, without touching your clock, presets, or immobilizer. That glowing check engine light, most of the time, it isn't a disaster. It could be something as small as a loose gas cap or a temporary sensor hiccup. But once the ECU stores that code, the light stays on until it's cleared. That's why mechanics love it. They plug in a scanner, push a few buttons, and charge you over $100. Here's the truth. You can do the same thing at home with a $20 scanner. Here is a step-by-step guide. Step 1. With the car off, plug the scanner into the OBD2 port under the dashboard, near the steering wheel. Step 2. Turn the key to the on position, but don't start the engine. This powers the ECU and allows communication. Step 3. Use the scanner to read the stored codes. It will tell you exactly what triggered the light. Step 4. Once you've checked the codes, select Clear or Erase DTCs from the menu. Step 5. Start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes. If the light doesn't return and the car runs smoothly, the reset worked. The beauty of this method is precision. You don't just clear the light, you learn why it came on in the first place. And once you understand that, you're no longer at the mercy of a service bill. Method 3. Throttle body. Relearn ever cleaned or replaced your throttle body, only to have your car feel worse after? The idle jumps. The engine shakes. The throttle response feels off. That's not a broken part. It's your car's brain, the ECU, forgetting where the throttle should sit when your foot's off the gas. The solution? A throttle body relearn. It reteaches the ECU how to control airflow at idle. Here's how. Step 1. Turn the key to the on position. Don't start the engine. Wait 10 seconds. Step 2. Slowly press the gas pedal to the floor and hold for 4 seconds. Step 3. Slowly release the pedal just as smoothly as you pressed it. Step 4. Repeat this process 3 times. Step 5. Turn the ignition off and wait another 10 seconds. Step 6. Start the engine and let it idle for 3-4 minutes. Hands off the wheel, feet off the pedals. Take it for a drive, and if the idle is stable and throttle response feels smooth, then the reset worked. Method 4, throttle position sensor, TPS reset. When you press the gas, and your car hesitates like it's making up its mind, or maybe the idle jumps around like it's had too much caffeine, Most people think that's a bad part, but often it's not. It's just your throttle system out of sync. Modern cars don't use cables anymore. Your pedal talks to the throttle body through electronics. And over time, the two stop listening to each other. The result? Jerky starts. Poor fuel economy, even stalling at a stoplight. The fix is simpler than most drivers realize. A throttle position sensor reset. Here is step-by-step guide. Step 1. Turn the key to the on position. Don't start the engine. Dash lights should glow. Step 2. Press the gas pedal smoothly to the floor and hold it for 5 seconds. Step 3. Release the pedal slowly, don't snap it back. Step 4. Repeat this full cycle 2 more times. Step 5. Turn the key off and wait 10 seconds. Step 6. Start the engine and let it idle untouched for 3 minutes. What you've just done is teach the computer your pedal's full range, from idle to wide open throttle. The trick here is smoothness. Don't rush the pedal. Steady, consistent movement makes the calibration stick. Do it right, and hesitation fades. Idle stabilizes. Fuel economy improves. And the best part? It takes less than 10 minutes and costs nothing. Method 5. Idle relearn after battery disconnect. After a hard reset or battery change, don't be surprised if the idle feels rough. That's not a failure. It's just the ECU forgetting its learned idle trim. Here's how to fix it. Start the car with no AC or accessories. Let it idle for 5-10 minutes. Turn on the AC. Let it idle another 5 minutes. Drive gently for 10 minutes. By then, the ECU will have relearned airflow, fuel trim, and idle timing. Skip this step, and you'll feel stalls and hesitation. Do it right, and the car feels normal again. Method 6. TPMS reset. Finally, the tire pressure monitoring system. Sometimes the TPMS light stays on even after inflating your tires properly. Here's how to reset it. Inflate all tires to spec. Turn ignition on. Press and hold the TPMS reset button, usually under the dash, until the light blinks 3 times. Release, then drive at 30 miles per hour or more for 10 minutes. If the light doesn't go out, one of the sensors may be faulty. What these resets prove is simple. Most problems we panic over aren't broken parts. They're confused systems that just need to be taught again. Method 7. Reset via the car's menu. Modern cars aren't just machines anymore. They're rolling computers. And like any computer, sometimes the software freezes. Your screen locks up. Bluetooth refuses to pair. Navigation suddenly thinks you're driving across a lake. Frustrating? Absolutely. But expensive? Not at all. Most of the time, your infotainment system just needs a reboot. Here is a step-by-step guide. Step 1. Open your car's settings menu through the touchscreen or driver display. Look for options like factory reset, restore defaults, or system reboot. This refreshes the software. It doesn't erase your entire car. Step 2. Select the reset option and follow the prompts. The screen will power down, restart, and reload fresh. Step 3. On some vehicles, there's even a hidden reset button, a small pinhole near the volume knob or under the dash. Hold it down for 10-15 seconds until the system reboots. It's just like restarting your Wi-Fi router. Simple, free, effective, and most drivers never realize they can do it themselves. Just remember, infotainment resets only solve software glitches, frozen screens, Bluetooth bugs, glitchy audio. They won't fix sensor problems or mechanical faults. But when it comes to electronic headaches, this reset can save you a trip to the dealer. And sometimes, the issue isn't on your screen at all. It's under your right foot. That's where the next reset can bring your engine back to life. Method 9. ABS light reset. That amber ABS light on your dash can make your heart sink. You picture brake failure. You picture a huge repair bill. But here's the truth. Most of the time, it isn't a bad ABS pump. It's just the computer holding onto bad data. A weak battery, a dirty wheel sensor, even something as small as hitting a pothole can confuse the system. And while a dealer might charge $120 just to look at it, you can often try a reset yourself first. Step 1. Fuse pull reset. Turn the car off, open the fuse box, find the ABS fuse. The cover or manual will show you which one. Pull it, wait 30 seconds, pop it back in, start the car. If the light's gone, you just saved real money. Step 2. Steering wheel relearn. With the engine running, turn the wheel all the way left, then all the way right, then back to center. Shut off the car, restart, check the light. This works especially well on many GM and Ford models. Step 3. Scanner reset. If you've got an OBD2 scanner with ABS support, plug it in, read the stored code, and clear it. Pro tip: before you panic, peek at your wheel speed sensors. Mud, rust, or even a loose plug can trigger that warning light. Remember, the ABS system itself is usually fine. What you're clearing is confusion, not replacing parts. And while we're talking about dash warnings, there's another light that frustrates drivers every winter. Let's reset that one next. Method 10. Tire Pressure Monitoring System, TPMS, reset. Few warning lights are as stubborn, or as annoying, as the tire pressure light. It glows every time the weather sneezes. One cold morning and suddenly you feel like you're rolling on 4 flats. Shops love this one. They'll reset it in 2 minutes and charge you $50, but you can do it yourself. Step 1. Inflate all tires to the pressure on the door sticker, not the sidewall. And don't forget the spare. Many systems read that too. Step 2. Drive. Some cars reset automatically after 10-15 minutes at 30 miles per hour or higher. Step 3. Look for a TPMS reset button. Check under the dash, near the glove box, or by the steering column. With the key on and engine off, press and hold until the light blinks 3 times. Release, then start the car. Step 4. On newer models, head into the infotainment or cluster settings. Select TPMS, relearn or calibration, and follow the prompts. Pro tip. If the light refuses to die after a proper reset, it could mean a dead sensor. But try this first. 9 times out of 10 it works. And if warning lights are stressful, nothing feels worse than a dead key fob when you can't even unlock your own car. Method 11. Key fob reprogramming. Few things feel more helpless than standing by your car, pressing the fob, and nothing happens. No unlock, no chirp, no start. Most people assume the battery is dead. Others rush straight to the dealership. But here's the secret. Sometimes the fob hasn't failed at all. It's just lost its sync with the car. Dealers know this, and they'll happily charge you a fortune to fix it in minutes. But you can do it yourself. Step 1. Sit in the driver's seat and shut all the doors. Step 2. Insert the key into the ignition. Turn it from off to on about 4-8 times, ending in on. Do it quickly but smoothly. If your car supports this method, you'll hear a chime. That means you're in programming mode. Step 3. Press any button on your key fob. The doors may lock and unlock to confirm the sync. Step 4. Turn the ignition off and test the fob. Lock, unlock, even remote start if equipped. Pro tip. Some cars require all fobs to be programmed during the same cycle, so if you have spares, keep them nearby and program them together. This reset brings dead remotes back to life without stepping foot in a dealer's office. It's a small trick, but it puts the control back in your hands. Method 12. Power Steering Reset. Ever start your car and feel like you're wrestling a truck? No leaks, no whining pump, just stiff, uncooperative steering. In modern cars, that's usually not a broken part. It's your electric power steering system glitching. Dealers love to call it a module issue and hand you a bill north of $700. But more often than not, the fix is just a reset. Step 1. Turn the ignition to the on position, but don't start the engine. Step 2. Slowly turn the wheel all the way left, then all the way right. Repeat twice. Step 3. Start the engine and let it idle for 30 seconds. Step 4. Turn the wheel left to right one more time, then return it to center. What you just did was force the EPS system to recalibrate its steering angle sensor and reset assist levels. The result? Smooth, predictable steering again. Pro tip, always do this on level ground. And if the steering still feels heavy afterward, check your battery voltage. Electric steering is power hungry. A weak battery can make it act up. This reset saves you money, restores confidence in your steering, and proves a simple truth. Most big problems are just little secrets shops don't share. That's how you reset your car without paying a dime. Resets are powerful. But remember, they're only half the story. Maintenance is what keeps you out of the shop for good. That's why in our next video, we'll share 17 car maintenance tips mechanics don't want you to know. If this video helped you save money, regain confidence, or simply understand your car a little better, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share it with a friend who could use it. And subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because smart drivers don't just drive, they learn, they reset, and they win. Stay sharp, drive smarter, and never fear a dashboard light again.